Everybody wants a perfect golf swing. Hey, even I want a perfect golf swing. Well, get ready because I'm going to share with you 3 simple things that you can do that I guarantee you are going to help you master your golf swing. I'm PGA teaching professional Todd Kolb, Director of Instruction for US Golf TV and the Sanford Power Golf Academy. And the golf swing, for a lot of people, can be very complicated, but I can tell you this, it doesn't need to be. And today we're going to do simple things that are going to help you master that swing. Now, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and be sure to leave a comment if you like what I got to say, or maybe you disagree, or maybe, you know what, maybe you've got a drill that's helped you master your golf swing. Let's hear from you because we want to share that. Because we always do our best to answer those questions and those comments, and we love hearing from you. So let's dive right into these 3 concepts, because at the end I've got another one I'm going to share with you that has to deal with tempo on the golf swing. So first of all, the 3 areas that you got to master to have a great golf swing, a perfect golf swing, let's say, is the setup, the top of the backswing, and of course the finish position. Those are the 3 segments of the swing: setup, top of backswing, and finish. Let's dive right into it. Now, the first one is in the setup. Here's what I want you to do to master the setup every single time. Simple thing, works almost all the time. When you got an iron, what you're going to do is put your feet together, put the ball right between your feet, make sure that your feet are nice and in a straight line, and then you're going to separate your lead foot and your trail foot roughly the same distance apart. So I've got my feet together, I've got the ball in the center, my feet are pointed straight down the line. Separate towards the target, separate away from the target. What that's going to do, it's going to get your body nice and square, it's going to get the ball in the right spot, and it's going to help you perfect your setup. That's the first thing that I want you to do. Now the second thing, before I dive into that, I also want to share with you a website called GreatGolfTipsNow.com. GreatGolfTipsNow.com. If you go there and check it out, I've got drills like this and a ton more that are all free just to help out you, our fellow golfer. Now, let's talk a little bit next about the backswing, the top of the backswing, the all-elusive, perfect position at the top. Now, so this backswing position, how do we get the club in the perfect backswing position? Well, here's what you're going to do. This is a drill you can do. I'm going to do the drill, and then I'm going to show you how you can do it with a golf ball. So you're going to take your setup. I want you to put the club, I got a 7-iron right now. I put the club in front of me maybe 3 or 4 feet, and I'm just going to have no tension in my arms or shoulders. I'm nice and relaxed, and I'm just going to naturally swing the club to the top. And when I do that, the momentum, the energy of the club moving naturally causes it to get in the perfect position at the top. I'm not even thinking about my backswing. I'm just swinging the club. So let me go ahead and demonstrate it with the ball. We've already learned how to get that perfect setup position. You know that. Set in there, put it in front, swing it, through. I don't know what that looked like on the back, but it felt pretty good. It certainly had impact, and I know the top of the backswing position might not have been perfect, but it had to have been pretty darn good. So those are the first 2 tips. Now, whether you like that or dislike that, maybe you like that tip, let's hear from you. Like I said earlier, be sure to leave a comment below and be sure to subscribe. The third one I want to talk about before we dive into the last tip that I'll give you in terms of being on the golf course to master the tempo is the finish position. So a good finish position is in balance. We know those types of things, but here's how you can do that. When you finish, what I want you to be focused on is I want your knees touching and your hips and body facing the target. If you do this, you've mastered your finish position. So let me go ahead and demonstrate. I'm set in here. We've already talked about how to master the setup. We've done some work on that top of the backswing. Let me get the finish down. Knees are touching. Body's facing the target. I even got a little club twirl there for some of my friends. They like my little club twirl there. Facing the target. I have now mastered the finish position. So those are the 3 things that we've got right there that can help us master the golf swing. But at the end of the day, you're going to head to the golf course, right? And you're going to play around the golf. So you got to have good tempo on the golf course. Let's talk about that. To have good tempo on the golf course, here's the tip. This is one that I see a lot of tour professionals do and a lot of great amateurs do. It's really simple. When you're set in there, all you're going to do, I really like this drill or this feel here, this thought with a driver. That's my favorite spot, but we got a 7-iron right here and it works well for that too. I'm set in there. Let me get through my setup. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to elevate the club off the ground ever so slightly. It's maybe a 1/2 inch to 1 inch off the ground. I'm going to go ahead and start my swing. Got my master finish position, body facing the target. When the club is hovering a little bit off the ground, it releases tension, and that's the biggest killer on the golf course. So let me go ahead and demonstrate. I'm going to go through the steps here. Got my feet together, separate, separate. Go ahead and hold that finish. Knees are touching, body's facing the target. I've now mastered the finish position. So next time you head to the golf course, do the simple thing with the setup. Make your practice swings just like we talked about there. And if you do that and you get in that finish position, you're going to definitely master your golf swing.